Alright, so I'm changing up plans today. So originally, as you guys saw probably 2 months ago, I bought a motor. Well, I'm getting another one, so let's go get it. Picking up a motor from a boatyard. Seems legit, right? Yeah, I really like San Diego. It's pretty nice. All right, I'm gonna call Sean and hook up with Sean and Remy's dad. Working hard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Totally.
What's all this sawdust all over it?
That's exactly what it is. It's sawdust.
How'd you get sawdust on it?
There's a saw right there. Oh, a drill right there. A saw right there.
Huh.
Wood right there.
Oh, dang, it's not, I thought it was on a legit engine stand. How's it? Is Rick he already left, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Alright, well, this is gonna suck.
Not really.
How do I get it out of my truck?
In your truck?
Out.
Oh, that's on you.
Damn it.
Getting it in's a forklift.
A forklift.
Straight, I got a forklift.
Okay. So it's got a manual bell housing with a clutch fork. And a clutch in it. Pretty complete. The only downside is there's sawdust in the carburetor. Oh well. But I'll tear it apart anyways. It's literally a bone stock motor. Nothing special about it. Cool.
And everyone can criticize how I lift motors, but this is how I do it all the time, so don't.
Dude, it's fine. Just gonna lift it up and then put this cart in the back of the truck and then set it on this cart again. Alright, so I got it all strapped up. It looks really hokey, but it's definitely not going anywhere, and I'm just gonna drive really slow. So yeah. They're a little bit big.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a good woodwork.
Wish I had money.
Here's a lifeguard belt.
Oh yeah.
Those things are fast.
Oh, I bet.
Twin turbocharged diesels, and it's got 2 of them.
Wow.
Actually, some of them have diesels and some of them have supercharged, like LS7s in them.
Huh. This thing looks like it's being used as a storage unit.
Sadly, the interior is perfect.
Really?
Yeah. Interior is beautiful.
Yeah, it's just got junk in it.
Just dirt. I mean,
It's all carpet.
Yeah, and the carpet still looks good.
Wow, that's actually kind of cool.
It still says Ford on the running boards.
Yeah, not too bad. Car's straight as a freaking arrow.
Oh.
I think you have to pop it. I think it was red.
I think I have to as well.
I think you got it. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, now I know how to get it.
Oh, there it is. Woo! Dang. That ain't too shabby.
Make an 11, 12 to 1, something like that.
Shorty headers.
I want the valve covers.
That won't fit on your motor.
I know. Sadness.
Damn, this thing is one hell of a sleeper.
It's got a mild cam, but the drag racing cam and valve springs are sitting inside the shop.
That go to this motor, huh?
It goes to this motor.
It's got long tubes on it. I wonder if it sounds good.
Sure, it sounds beautiful.
Does it run?
It should. But not sure.
I want this. When was it put here?
Years ago.
Huh. I want it. Some wacko wiring going on in this thing.
Not really.
Bruh. Bruh.
Not really. Got your coolant overflow.
Wow, that's handy. That's really handy.
You just take your tube and shove it in whatever you want.
Oh, that's cool. It's a nice brand new carburetor.
650 double pumper.
Oh, I need that.
Double pumper.
This thing's sick.
If I had it, I'd shorten the front of it, shorten the back of it. Smaller,
Dude, you can fit the fattest motor in this thing.
smaller cam, a smaller fan in it, bring it back a little bit more. Bring all of this back, and I'd chop it. I'd just shorten it. It'd be cool.
It'd be weird looking. I mean, it already is weird looking. It's 73? No, 72.
73.
3? Okay. I don't know. Go away!
Right next to the airport. It's got a C4 in it. Built C4.
No, this thing's a total sleeper.
I mean, look at the freaking manifold on it. It's the stroker one.
Yeah. This thing's wicked. Alright, so I have my motor back there. I'm currently doing 50 on like a 50-mile drive all the way home on the highway. But yeah, I got it. It's very sketchy the way it's tied down, but it works. So I'm almost home. Alrighty. So I got the motor back. I'm definitely gonna have to pull it apart because it's been sitting in the rain, and then when it was in the shop you probably saw there was a bunch of sawdust on it, and so there's water and
Everywhere.
sawdust and all sorts of nasty stuff inside this motor, so I'm most likely gonna blow it apart and rebuild it.
You just better hope there's not a stuck valve.
I don't care, I'm not using these heads.
If there's a stuck valve, water got in the cylinder.
Well, if I'm blow it apart, it's not gonna matter because I'm just gonna hone and clean everything. But I'm not going to start this project for a long time because college and this stuff, and I still got the C10 and a bunch of other projects ahead of it, so this is just going to sit for a while. But regardless, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it in the same spot where the other motor is. I'm going to move the other motor and just get them in my garage kind of tucked away for a little while so then we can deal with it another time. Finally have an engine lift. I think I'm going to invest in one of those pretty shortly. But yeah, this thing weighs a pretty good amount, so we're going to go ahead and pull it out. I like how my truck looks nice and lowered now, kind of. It.
Sometimes you gotta hammer it to make it work.
This actually was a lot easier this time around. Well, I mean, it would help pull the wood out. Okay, wait, just hang it here for a little while. We have to move that motor first. Oh, there we go. These wheels don't really roll very well. Alright, so there's the old motor I already pulled apart. I'll show you guys that in a second. So we need to get the starter again, so it doesn't like tilt over, remember?
Tilt, so drop it fast.
Don't play this game with me.
But you still.
I don't really care the marker, and he's looking at it, and he was right with the marker, and then he licked the marker.
Alright, so this is the two motors. So I've already started stripping the 289. I filmed me taking everything out, I just haven't taken the cam out. The lifters and everything are in really nice condition still. As you can tell, there's no like scoring on anything. Kind of see down in there. Cam lobes are good. So I'll end up pulling this cam out. So those of you who don't know, this was a 289 with 351 heads, a 280 comp cam with 512 lift, which is a big reason I bought the motors, because I wanted the cam out of it. And then it had an Edelbrock RPM intake manifold. It had a couple other miscellaneous goodies that I wanted. So I bought this motor for about 300 bucks, and I came with the engine stand, so I needed a lot of that stuff. So I just went ahead and bought it. I started pulling stuff apart so I can kind of take the parts I needed and make a motor. And then I stumbled across this one. So my girlfriend's dad has a shop where he does boat work and works on different boat motors, and this has just kind of been sitting in the shop. So he's kind of cleaning out the shop and just said, hey, I want this thing gone, so come get it. And so yesterday I went down to go pick this motor up and put it in the back of the truck, as you guys saw. So I don't really have a crazy amount of plans with it, but the real thing was I was originally going to take this motor and I was going to take it apart and put the parts I wanted to on my truck's motor. But now that I have this, my truck's motor is a 302. This is a 302. So instead of like having a bunch of downtime on my truck to build my motor and make sure everything's like properly installed and like rush everything, I can actually build and put everything on this motor. So then I can just swap everything onto this motor. I can blow both motors apart, clean everything, put everything back together. I can actually put the dome top piston or flat top piston that I want in it to get some higher compression. I can put the 351 heads on it. I can put the high-rise manifold on it. I can put the bigger carburetor on it. I can do the big cam. I can do all this cool stuff, and I can literally strip and completely rebuild this motor and paint it and strip it and just do everything new in myself, and I can build the whole thing. And then I don't have any downtime on my truck. And then my truck, literally, I've showed you guys plenty of times, I can literally take the front end of the truck off with like 6 or 8 bolts. Whole front end will come off, the 2 motor mounts, and then separate it from the trans and wiring and whatnot, and I can just lift the motor out and put this motor in. And I've already got plenty of goodies that I can make. But this, obviously, it sounds like a big job, and it is a big job. So I'm not going to take this on like right away. It's March right now, April, May. I'm out of school in May, and then I can take the summer and actually start blowing these apart to put it in. So a lot of you guys are asking when I'm doing upgrades on my motor, when am I putting my trans in, when am I doing that kind of stuff. The trans was actually supposed to go in a long time ago. It was actually supposed to go in today. It was actually supposed to go in all these times, but it's just like I always find one reason I can't do it. Like this is one. I went ahead and I bought this shifter for it, but this shifter does not work obviously with this kind of shifter linkage, so I can't just bolt that up. So what I have to do is take this handle, cut it right there, and make my own handle piece that will bolt onto this. And so hopefully everything will work together, and then I've got clutches and bell housings down there and all this other stuff, and it's just like I just haven't been able to get it all done because like this is still my daily driver. Keep that in mind. And I'm also driving a 40 minutes to school, so it takes a lot for me to actually rip a transmission that works perfectly fine out of it. So I'm really hesitant. I'm also, take this into consideration, it's been raining out and we were gonna do this outside. So I've never done this before. I have to move a cross member, cut a giant hole in my floor, do all this work, and it's like in the middle of the rain outside. It's just like on a Saturday and Sunday, and then I have to get a drive shaft made, and it's just like I have school on Sunday and a bunch of homework and projects and testing exams and all this other stuff, and just like I don't want to stress myself out like that. on top of being able to film and edit the content for you guys. So I just want to take it easy, take it slow. So I want to finish other projects and build the time so I can actually allow myself to be able to do these kind of things. So these will kind of sit here. I will have the video when I'm probably going to pull the cam out either today or tomorrow. I'll get the cam out of this and I'll actually film and edit the video of me actually disassembling this motor, talking about this motor. So I'll pretty much just pull the cam out of it and show you guys the whole motor and everything, and then that'll be a video of me disassembling this. Then you probably won't see much about these two motors until 1 or 2 months from now when I actually start going into them. Want to kind of do all the motor stuff at once. Yeah, my truck's really slow, but it runs really, really, really well. So it's like I said earlier, it's not really worth it to pull it apart if it runs great. And I'm driving it every day. So once I get a daily driver, I still have to sell a C10. Once the C10 is gone, I can actually work towards getting a new vehicle that I can drive. I want it to be a driver. I don't want to buy another project. I want something that I can drive. Maybe old, maybe new. I don't really know. Maybe a truck, maybe a car. But regardless, I want something I can drive so I can take my truck apart and I don't have to worry about these kind of things. Yeah, so I'm just kind of taking this one step at a time. I did get these two motors, so at least I have them. So you can look forward to that. And yeah, I want to take this very slow. I want to put as much time as I can into documenting this a proper way. I don't just want to like rush the project. I don't want to just film the videos as quick as I can. I don't want to just slap everything together, because then it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. It looks like I'm being rushed. I don't do as good of a job, and I just want to make sure I do everything the right way the first time so I don't have to take it apart again. And so I hope you guys can understand that. So like the video if you did enjoy it. It really mean a lot to me. Thank you guys for watching so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.
Rick.
5, 8, 8, 6,
What?
9.
Call Sean Duffy.
Calling Sean Duffy.
Oh, okay. Oh my God! Call Sean Duffy. Thank you. Hangs up on me, then calls me, then I hang up on him. No, he's not going to answer. Watch. Hey.
What up?
I'm out front.
Okay, go upstairs, or just come over here to the shop.
Where's here?